The taxpayer will have to shoulder an additional burden of 250 billion shillings to facilitate a bloated parliament that has an additional 98 members. This means that the budget of parliament will increase from 667 billion shillings in the 2020-2021 financial year to 917 billion shillings in the 2021-2022 financial year.
Before the chairperson legal
in its report to the Budget Committee, the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee provides that each MP will be given 200 million shillings to buy a car, with 165 billion shillings set aside for this expense. The 200 million for vehicles is less than the 313 billion earlier reported. However, there is no hard and fast rule that MPs will have to use the money to buy a car worth 200 million. The MP has a discretion to buy a car or use the money for another expenditure. Besides, whoever is elected the Speaker and Deputy Speaker will also get a car allowance, yet their offices entitle them to official cars. Parliament has also provided in its budget 5.4 billion to procure 13 vehicles, including those for the Speaker and the Deputy, their lead and pickup police cars, and others for Parliament directors and their assistants. Acting Director for Communications and Public Affairs in Parliament, Helen Kawesa, confirmed the request.
The cars have run their time, they are disposed of, they are usually auctioned. And this is a public process, it's a transparent process done according to the law. So it does happen every so many years because these cars have a lifespan. So when that lifespan has been reached, they are boarded off and disposed of accordingly.
The legislature also wants an extra 21.3 billion to cater for the salaries of an additional 98 members of the 11th Parliament. The number of MPs has increased from 457 to 555 after Parliament approved new constituencies and cities.
The Department of Finance and the Budget Office has been working around the clock to ensure that all these issues are catered for. Like the new demands that come with along with the MPs are catered for accordingly.
On average, each MP earns between 25 and 30 million shillings monthly, depending on how far their constituency is from the Parliament building in Kampala. Out of this money, there is 4.5 million for subsistence allowance, town running allowance 1 million, medical allowance 500,000, committee sitting allowance 50,000 per sitting, plenary sitting allowance 150,000 per sitting, among other expenses. Other financial requirements contained in the budget framework paper for Parliament include additional 22.8 billion for committees and 34.9 billion for capacity building. According to the Ministry of Finance, these funds will be realized through the tax policy and administrative measures. Herbert Zziwa, NTV at Parliament.
So, can you take